Okay, for real, this set is completely mind-blowing and unlike anything I've ever seen. So check this out, the standout feature is its ability to transform from a flat street-level view to a boxed-up modular building. This adds an amazing level of functionality that you don't typically see in modular buildings. The design is fantastic and fits perfectly in a downtown setting, and I love the huge industrial-style windows. If it were just a standard modular building, it might not be as noticeable, but the transformation aspect really elevates the building techniques that are used here. The designer did an incredible job putting this together. Inside, the attention to detail is remarkable. There's a working elevator, which is a very cool idea. And the interior layout is great, featuring an art studio, a museum, and even a grand piano that looks amazing in minifigure scale. The rooftop dining area and skylights are also great touches, plus there's a fun pulley system for bringing fragile art pieces up to the roof, adding a nice little piece of interactivity. The way the interiors fold out during transformation from flat to modular is very impressive. I'm seriously impressed that they were able to keep this build under 2,500 pieces, so it should hopefully keep this within the 220 to 270 range, I would imagine, which keeps it in line with standard modular buildings that you see from LEGO. While this might stand out from other modular buildings, I think that its innovative functionality would totally make it worth it. And please hit those like and subscribe buttons to push this out to other fans like yourself, and let's get back to it. Next up, we have another unique creation. It's fascinating to see this type of structure in modular form. I mean, I've seen canal locks as standalone buildings, so integrating one into a modular series is pretty interesting. Right off the bat, the design is eye-catching with its green roof and black accents, which contrasts nicely with the dominant brown colors. While the color variety is somewhat limited, it adds a touch of realism, making it look like something you'd see in real life. The foliage and water elements are well done, especially the use of translucent pieces for the water, giving it a more authentic and classy look compared to the baby blue pieces that we typically see. The canal lock itself is the centerpiece and it's fully functional, which is incredibly impressive. The designer's use of mechanisms to create a working canal lock is a brilliant touch. The modular sections detach easily, allowing for great access to interior details. Inside, there's a charming vintage cinema where minifigures can enjoy films, adding even more class to this model. The attic area is packed with books and a bit of humor with a bunch of rodents that are among the cobwebs. And this adds a nice storytelling element to the build. The gear mechanisms at the heart of the set are truly something special, showing advanced building techniques. With its approximately 2,700 pieces, this might cost around $250 to $290 and is more on the expensive side. In terms of fitting with other modular buildings, the color palette might be a bit too neutral, as modular buildings from LEGO tend to be a little more vibrant and colorful. However, it could still fit well next to something like the modular police station, and given all the incredible mechanisms in this thing, I think it would be pretty sweet to own. Next, we have another design that pushes the creative boundaries with a pirate-themed restaurant that would go in the corner of your modular city. Right away, you can tell that there's a pirate ship attached to the side of the building, so the details are already impressive. The entrance, shaped like a pirate skull, is just simply awesome. On the outside, you can see the restaurant menu next to a cannon and plenty of pirate-themed props, including an old skull sign with a skeleton holding silverware, which is hilarious and tastefully done. There's an awning at the top with foliage draped over the roof, and the palm tree works super well here. From another angle, you can see a staircase going upstairs and a couch against one of the windows, suggesting a little apartment area. The inside of the restaurant looks amazing. The pineapple lampshade above the dining area fits the theme well, and the designer maintains the theme throughout the interiors. The palm trees inside add to the atmosphere, and the shark prop jumping out of the water adds a fun element. We even get more pirate-themed props inside, like a treasure chest and a helm on the wall. It also wouldn't be a modular building without an attached apartment. This room is nicely decorated, and you can see the top of the staircase we saw earlier. There's also a little kitchenette area and a ladder leading up to the rooftop hangout spot, which is pretty neat. This one also has about 2,700 pieces, which is pretty much in line with other modular buildings. It might be a little more expensive, probably around $260 to $300, but I think it would fit well with other modular buildings, matching LEGO style. And as a themed restaurant, it's not too far from what you might see in a real city, making it a great fit. We have another corner build that caught my eye, and this time it's an ice cream parlor. The vibrant colors immediately pop, which is perfect for an ice cream shop. I think the signage is excellent, featuring a simple yet appealing ice cream sundae with a cherry on top. And alongside the parlor, we get a pottery studio and a place called Brick City Records, each with their distinctive signage. The sides are a bit flat but are also designed to connect with other modular buildings, which is a sensible choice and standard for modulars, so nothing to dock points off here. Inside, the floor tiling design stands out and fits perfectly with the ice cream shop theme, and we get a clear display case for the ice cream just like you'd see in a real shop. We also get a record store that features a display of records and vinyls on the wall. It would have been nice to see some album art here, but the variety of colors still works pretty well. There's even a listening room to check out records before buying, which is such a cool feature. The pottery studio is nicely decorated with areas to craft and display pottery, and the attached apartment is simple but fits the LEGO modular style with a bedroom, kitchen sink, and even an outdoor pool area for added creativity. We get around 2,600 pieces here, which is very much in range with standard modular buildings and likely priced similarly around $240 to $280. And I think it would go well with other LEGO modular buildings like Jazz Club, so kudos to the designer for matching the modular design from LEGO so well. Alright, next up we have a school model designed to fit seamlessly between your other modular buildings. The architecture is spot on with realistic looking bricks, well-designed windows, and an inviting entrance. Small touches like a bike rack and a recreation area bring this closer to reality. On the inside, the details are equally impressive. There's a music classroom with a well-crafted whiteboard and other elements that make it feel like a real classroom. On the opposite side, there's a chemistry lab that's totally spot on, complete with sinks at each lab station, capturing the feel of a real chemistry lab. And the entrance area is impressive with a trophy display case showcasing the school's achievements right as you walk in. I do like how the school's branding of red and tan is carried through the staircase leading to the upper floor, which leads us to a vending machine area and some nicely placed plants that really elevate the space. The art studio is detailed with realistic elements, and the computer lab, although compact, is highly detailed with 4 computers and a creatively designed projector on the wall. And the outdoor recreation and picnic area further enhance the display, making it feel complete. With nearly 3,000 pieces, this might be priced on the higher end, around maybe $280 to $320, depending on LEGO's pricing strategy. Typically, LEGO buildings are more vibrant, but this school's realistic design could possibly still blend in well, especially between 2 buildings. And next up, as you can tell from the styling, we have another set from the same designer. The colors chosen for this look absolutely brilliant. This shade of blue stands out and pairs well with the light brown, white, and black accents. The foliage outside looks great with the ivy going up the sides. This is a common but appealing trend that I've seen in many LEGO fan designs as of late. So at first glance, you might not guess that it's a library, but the interior makes it clear. Inside, the setup is impressive with bookshelves, drapes along the windows, and a well-designed reception area. From a top-down view, the floor patterns look awesome and complements the rest of the colors nicely. And this is a pretty nice design element. The stairs leading up to the second floor are done in 2-tone browns, which add to the aesthetic appeal. On the second floor, there's a cozy sitting area for studying or reading, and the station with a magnifying glass for examining book details is a clever addition. This one might end up being on the lower end of the modular building pricing scale. With just over 2,300 pieces, I would guess it would be around $220 to $260. The big question is whether it fits in with other modular buildings. As a standalone building, I think it would work wonderfully, but if you were to put this next to other LEGO modulars, it's tough to say how seamlessly it would fit in. I mean, it might look good next to the boutique hotel or the bookshop, which would make sense from a building location. However, its realistic style might not blend perfectly with other modular buildings, so that's just something to keep in mind. Quick shout out to my Patreon and YouTube members for supporting the channel, and come join us for free, or if you'd like to go the extra mile to become a member to help support the creation of these types of videos. Okay, this next one is quite different. It's a half-size modular building, and I apologize in advance, but I'm about to drop some technical LEGO jargon. So this one has a 16 by 32 stud base instead of a typical 32 by 32. This design allows it to be attached at the end of your modular lineup, creating a new side street. This vinyl record store has tasteful brick-built signage forming the arm for the record. I'm usually not a huge fan of brick-built lettering, but they pulled it off beautifully. The angled entranceway looks very cool, and the industrial feel of the brickwork at the top combined with white pillars and arched windows gives it a minimalistic yet pleasing appearance. I just love this color scheme here. You get the dark colors, the accents of white, yellow, and the red soft color in the middle of the record works beautifully. Inside, the record store includes album covers, which totally elevates the design. And I'm digging the gold record on the wall. We also get a soundstage area with musical equipment that looks great, and the floor's tile design also breaks up the space nicely. And check out this recording area. We get sound dampening panels on the wall, and on the other side of the glass, we get a spot for audio mixing with a well-designed swivel chair, guitars on the wall, recording lights, and a cozy couch in the corner that just add to the detail. And it's cool we actually got a set on the smaller side with about 1,400 pieces, which might actually get the price down to $120 to $160, making it a bit more affordable. I think this one would sit well with other modular buildings and could be placed next to something like Jazz Club, creating a cohesive look. Alright, we get another half modular, and it's exciting to see a couple of these in the series. Have these been a thing this entire time? Because I swear I haven't seen this style of modular before. This one is a butcher shop inspired by the streets of London. The architecture on the outside is impressive with its great use of color. The light green and tan at the top combined with realistic brick colors looks excellent. And I love that contrast of the dark green shop at the bottom with the red and white awnings. We also get this tree with autumn colors winding up the side, which is such a lovely piece of design work. The store display gives us a peek into the interior, and once inside we get an area to weigh the orders right next to the register. Moving up to the second floor, there's a lawyer's office with a hat rack by the stairs, which is a neat detail that I don't think I've ever seen before. And of course, the top floor has an apartment, adding a residential touch to the set. With around 1,900 pieces, this might be just under $200, maybe in the $170 to $210 range, but I think it would fit well in a modular city, possibly next to the Assembly Square. And I really do think the design aesthetic matches LEGO's modular theme, making this a great addition. Here's another set that's making a return with this Opera House. The previous version would have had some fitting issues, but this update resolves that beautifully. The front design is absolutely magnificent with a great color palette and meticulous details. The foliage with purple flowers looks great, and the rounded back portion with white pillars is very impressive. I love these fancy gold trimmings that pair well with the tan and green colors, giving it just this very luxurious downtown opera house feel. The glass sculpture from the roof and the red curtains on the stage are excellent, and we also get sections on the stage for both the orchestra and performers, adding to the authenticity. On the left side of the stage, we get a dressing room that enhances the realistic feel, and the balcony setting with detailed seats is very classy. And the dressing room is very tight, but also well equipped. The interior also features a ticketing counter, sculptures, and amazing opera posters near the stairs, adding to the ambiance. The modular elements are well designed, showing the designer's skill thinking this through, and I mean, that's gotta be challenging to engineer these removable sections. So this one has a lot of pieces, but I do think we have a balance of size and value here. While some Bricklink submissions can go up to 4,000 pieces, they get very pricey. This one might be priced around $270 to $310, which I think you would get what you pay for given its design and size. In terms of fitting with other modular buildings, it probably pairs best with something like the Palace Cinema. I think they could complement each other quite nicely. The only minor issue is the potential lack of pegs on the side for connecting to other modulars, which the designer might address. For me, it's not a big deal, but something to consider should this become a real set. Check out this model inspired by some of California's iconic architecture. The colors of these houses pair up really well together, with the orange and teal contrasting beautifully. Palm trees on both sides add to the Californian vibe, and the garage area is designed to park a hot rod, which is a nod to California's car culture. The hot rod even carries a surfboard, enhancing the area's authenticity. Inside, the kitchen setup is charming, complete with an antique clock in the corner. Upstairs, the bedroom is well designed, and the attic area provides a cozy spot to watch TV and relax. I love these little details of having a record player and a skylight window, and the seagull peeking through is pretty funny. The garage area includes a tool bench with a red color scheme, which is typical of real garages, and the paint spill detail on the second floor also adds a sense of realism and humor. What's cool about this one is that the two buildings can detach from each other, offering different setup options and more creative possibilities. We have another large one at about 2,800 pieces, so we're looking at probably the $260 to $300 range, Hopefully LEGO could keep it under $300 if this one gets selected. This would complement other modular buildings nicely. I think it would fit well with a boutique hotel thanks to the tropical palm tree vibe, or even the downtown diner with its hot rod setting and neon colors. This designer's signature design techniques would make this an amazing addition. There were over 300 sets in this round of Bricklink, so I'm working on some additional videos. So make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get the heads up, and check out more amazing fan designer videos over here. I will catch you in the next one.